When I grew up, I was never someone that was really just in one place. I was always with my family, whether it was going to the park or going to my mom's friend's house or really just going outside to play. It sounds normal until you understand why we were in these places. See, these are my mom's favorite places to visit. Why is it her favorite place, you would ask? Well, these are the places my mom feel like she could escape the world. What I mean by that was nothing that was in an innocent sense. My mom was an addict. My name is Noah, and my mom had me when she was 16 years old. Why is this important? Because in my eyes, this is where my story started. My mom really never had the chance to grow up the way a kid really should, but she had to mature at an early age. This drastically affected how I was raised, and my mom really never did drugs when she was younger, other than the occasional smoking weed. But all of this changed when my dad's childhood friend, his name's Ricky, he came into our life, and after my mom started seeing him, you could tell that her life started spiraling downhill. And before she knew it, she was getting in trouble with the law. She was always getting DUIs, and eventually she became involved with CYS. What is CYS? Well, CYS stands for Children Youth Services, and what they are, they're an organization that looks out for parents to make sure they're taking care of their kids correctly. So, if the kids aren't being taken care of properly, then they can put into foster homes, or they can be put into the system and go with their family. So, as a child, when you're being taken away from your family and people you don't know, it's awkward. You don't know how to feel. So for me, this happened when I was in first grade. My mom wasn't doing very good. She wasn't able to take care of me or my other siblings. So me and my sister, we went into a foster home, and my little brother, he went with his grandma. During this time I was in foster care, the worst times of my life. They had locks on the cabinets. We couldn't really shower like daily. We got lice also. And it was just horrible. It was something I wouldn't want any child to go through. Being in foster care, being somewhere I'm comfortable with, it's not a good experience. But after being with them for 3 months, my Aunt Lisa took me in, which is where I'm at today. And she took me and my little sister in. So where I lived before that, it's only an hour away from there, and where I live is called Oil City. I was here for my second grade year, and I was very comfortable being with my aunt because she's always somewhat been in my life, and she's just someone I feel comfortable around. And after my second grade year, I thought I was going to continue school up here and really just live up here, but my mom got her act together, so I moved back with my mom, and we moved to a place in Pittsburgh called Penn Hills. So moving back with my mom was obviously very exciting, and it was just to be good back. It was good to be back with my other siblings and just be with my mom. So everything felt normal. Months and months go by, things are still normal, but you could eventually start to see my mom was acting a little weird, a little shady. She started going out nights. She started being out long, just leaving us with people. So I could tell that something was up. Something that I could always notice is my mom started to always be tired, like always sleeping. Her eyes are always closed. At least that's what I told myself to keep myself from the real truth. I was telling her that she needed rest. I was telling her she was tired, but in all reality, I knew that my mom was using again. For me, this was a scary sight because it's something that happened before, and it was the reason I was placed in the foster care. And I was separated from my family, and it's very lonely. So time passed a little bit as my mom was using. We got kicked out of our house at Penn Hills. So we moved to a new place that's near Cranberry, PA. It's something called Bridgeville. And one day I was getting off the school bus, and when we lived in Bridgeville, and I saw CYS standing outside. And as I approached the door, I let them in, obviously. I go up the steps, and it was me and 2 other caseworkers who walked in, and we saw my mom pass out on the floor with all my other siblings just running around. And my little baby sister, she was just rolling on the floor. So after they saw this, we got back involved with CYS, like with an open case. And we needed a supervisor at all times, someone that was not my mom. So we called my Uncle Ray, and my Uncle Ray came and stayed for a while. But one night, him and my mom weren't getting along the best, and you know, he was getting sick of how she was acting. And one night she left and didn't come back for 2 days, and when she came back, he packed up and left. So my mom actually did the right thing for once, and she called CYS, told them that we don't have a supervisor. Maybe it's the right thing she'll do, and they'll let her keep us. But it was 3 a.m. and we heard a knock at the door when all the kids were sleeping, and they told us to get up and get all our stuff, and we had to leave. So after this time being taken away from my mom again, we didn't go to foster care this time. We went straight back up to Oil City, and I've been here ever since. It's been 8-9 years, and I still have a good relationship with my mom today, but it's just not how it was back then. But she's a lot better now. But really, the point of this is not so people feel bad. Really, this is for motivation. Like, it motivates me because you don't have a good past. To me, you have to beat the odds. You have to beat people that say you can't do it. For me, I'm the only person in my family that really went to college, and I would never, when I was young, I never thought I would be able to be in this position. So really what I'm trying to say is never give up, no matter where you come from, no matter what your background is. Life goes on, and you can continue to improve. Thank you.